I am. Can you see me?
Yes, yes, I can see you. Allow me a minute. I'll also get on the video call.
Sure, sure.
Yes, yes. Yeah, thank you for connecting with us. And I think that
Absolutely.
we discussed last time, and I believe the time is like coming closer to
Some
the way you
some
are
things have
planning for your
changed.
vehicle.
So yeah, some
Yeah,
things
yeah.
have changed in between. So that's why I thought I'll connect with you to get some guidance, and
Sure.
then go from there.
Okay. Sure.
Right. So if you remember earlier, I was telling that my plan is to move to North Carolina next year.
Yes.
But unfortunately, that plan is not going to work out for some reasons, right?
Okay.
So now the situation is with year end coming in December. Generally, I've heard that yeah, December there are great offers and things like that, right? So that's one
Correct.
scenario.
Yes.
Second thing to consider is my current Tesla car lease will come to an end on mid of April or third week of April of next year, right?
Okay.
So the key question now is, should I get a car now in December and take benefit of the either the offers or maybe a second hand car depending on the luxury from a value perspective, or should I wait till April for the lease to be over and maybe in July 4th I might be able to get a better offer, right? This is where I need your expertise and guidance to see what would be the best from a overall financials or a commercials perspective, because someone told me that now the used car market as well as the new car market is little down now. That's why there will be better offers now compared to April, May, June of next year. Maybe for July 4th there might be something, but December would be a better time to buy and all. So that's where I wanted to do all those due diligence with you calculations, so that then accordingly then you and I can get engaged and see how we can start the process, whether if the time is now or if the time is April. So that's the main thing I wanted to discuss with you.
Yes, yes. You are the evaluation what you have done is correct. Right now, the car pricing have come down significantly, especially the
Okay.
2025 models,
Okay.
because in the market, the 2026 model is making its headway. What I mean
Mm-hmm.
by that is that now people definitely who can essentially like splurge money, they will
Mm-hmm.
go for they want to be the first buyers of a brand new year model, and so the
Correct.
dealership has the 2025 brand new cars in the inventory. That means it's at
Mm-hmm.
the dealership lot, and the 2026 is also coming. So the only way for the dealership to create the space, because they
Mm-hmm.
have a limited space at the dealership, each
Mm-hmm.
car counts for them, is to create incentives and the offer on the 2025 model, so
Yes.
that they are either able to. Uh, just a minute, I'm just changing my.
Sure.
Uh, just a second. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Are you able to see me now?
Yes. Yes. I can. I can see
Okay.
you.
But and I'm audible as well, correct?
Yeah. Yeah. You are.
Yes, yes, yes. So, in continuation with my point, so
Mm-hmm.
two things. If we are looking to buy a 2025 model, it's a very
Mm-hmm.
good time to buy, especially
Mm-hmm.
November and December, because it's
Mm-hmm.
the year end. No more 2025 are getting produced. So,
Okay.
whatever the inventory they have to, uh, I would say, sell it at any price what the customer is asking for, because then only
Mm-hmm.
they can create space for 2026. I'm
Mm.
giving a very unbiased opinion, right? As a
Yes.
concierge, I don't want to say something so that we just get your fees. We want to build
Yeah.
a long term relationship. If you are looking for the 2026 model, then this
Mm.
is not the correct time to buy. Then I would
No.
say at
Mm.
least wait. till 20 January or February of next year. Now,
Okay.
another point would be your Tesla lease is coming to an end in the month of April. So,
Yes.
is it something where you can have one more car, let's say in your family, in the next 1 or 2 months, and
Mm-hmm.
still be able to have that about based upon the vehicle what you're looking to purchase, have that
Mm.
monthly lease payment as a part of your family budget? It can be the $300, $500, up to $1,000 based upon what type of vehicle you are looking for. And if
Correct.
that add-on is comfortable to you on your finances side, then we should look at the opportunity which is created right now. The
Yeah.
reason the pricing have come down, just last point,
Yeah. Yeah.
is
Sure.
that because of the tariff. So
Mm.
everyone were thinking Trump will increase the tariff, increase the tariff. So there was a boom what we saw in the market that a lot of clients of ours came to us and said, before the tariff comes, we want to do the vehicle acquisition. We want to purchase it because we don't want to pay additional taxes. But right
Mm.
now, the current, I would say, geopolitical climate, let me put it in a very neutral
Yeah.
way, is
Neutral way.
something where the tariff is not going to come. There are
Mm.
a lot more major challenges which are happening at the White House, which are
Mm.
taking shape. So
Mm.
for the governance to bring that tariff, there'll be a lot of uphill battle for them because
Mm.
again, large automotives like Beamers and Mercedes, all the German manufacturers and all the
Mm.
Japanese manufacturer and US manufacturers have to do the lobby to the White
Mm.
House, right? So they
Mm.
will prevent the act of that taking place.
Got it. Got it. So see that another 300, $400 will be a matter of what? January, February, March, April, right? Probably
Correct.
a matter of 4 months, right? It's 485 will be $500. So that is where what I was more interested is like if I have to consider from a out of the door price from a 3 year time frame, right? Considering this and all, how so so let's think of from a 3 year time frame rather than this 3 4 months time frame because if I think from a 3 4 4 month time frame, obviously I'll it is like hey it is gonna go $500, but then that means I will hit the point of month of May June where I have to get a definitely get a car at that point, and maybe this 2025 benefit, let's say I'm assuming just hypothetically, I'm saying that maybe the price I'll get 5,000 or $10,000 less now, for example. But I will
Yes,
not get a 2026 model at a 5,000 or $10,000 less at that point in the month of June.
you
I
will
don't
not
think
get.
even I will get it in July 4th also.
No. July 4th sale is basically to demonstrate the independence, but it's a
Hmm.
mid-year, right? So there is not much incentive for a dealership
Hmm.
to actually do a sale. The true sales happens every month end, which is the
Hmm.
last 4 to 5 days. If they have not met the sales target, that is one thing to look into.
Hmm.
And then the second one is the year-end sell for a same year make and model.
Correct. And I think the year ends, my theory is the year end sale in November, December will have better discounts even compared to the month end sale because they can still meet the target in the next month or the next quarter and they will probably wait till November, December to clear out their inventory.
Correct. That is true.
That's my kind of 2 cents basically.
No, so what you're saying is absolutely correct. They can, if
Mm.
they fail to meet the monthly targets, it gets rolled over to their quarterly target. Then it gets
Yeah.
rolled over to their H1 or H2 targets, and eventually to
Yeah.
their to their annual targets as well. So it's
Correct.
not a matter of the fact that they'll be so inclined to do the, I would say, the discount. But another thing
Correct.
you have to keep in mind, it also the year end is completely a reflection of the number of units available in the market. So
Correct.
the option what you would be looking for and the region where we are looking at, again, it goes back to the supply and demand. So one thing we
Correct.
can
And
assure
and
our,
that is where you come in to help me out over there, right?
yes,
To help
correct.
do that due diligence, right? Because so that I get that price benefit. Because in a matter of four January, February, March, April, I will having two cars, I will end up paying $2,000 extra and maybe something on the insurance. I don't know,
Yes,
right?
insurance will be another plus the gasoline or the charging based upon whether you are going for a, yeah.
let's assume that I will not use the new car for 4 months. Let's assume,
Okay.
let's assume that I will use the electric car because my I have to finish up the miles also, right? I have to complete the miles. Let's assume that. Let's not even gasoline will be probably minimum another $200. I don't know insurance how much will get rack up because of this extra 4 months kind of a thing or 5 months kind of a thing. But net, let's say, let's consider 2,500 to $3,000 benefit. The $3,000 is extra what I have to budget for,
Correct.
plus whatever your charges will be, right? So at least you have to help me figure out minimum that much benefit to make sense to buy in the next month or so.
Sure. So
Right.
we'll come to that benefit. I'll share that our fees are very standard. It is
Mm,
$500 as we kick off the engagement, which includes market research, inventory availability, comparison, EV, gasoline, anything, multiple make and models. Whatever you want to do the research, we'll do it. For
mm,
however long you want us to do it, we will do it. And then we
correct.
move on to the purchase, which is on the negotiation, liaisoning with the dealership, having multiple dealership fight for your business, using proven
So,
negotiation
so
tactics,
that
what we
I
do.
don't have to get into that, right? That you will
No,
take care of.
nothing, nothing, nothing. We give you a full clarity, visibility. We'll also show you that these are the top three lowest dealership. We also look at value for money. So we
Yeah.
also have to figure out whether a dealership which is next door, for example, if they are selling for $50,000, but a
Mm,
dealership 1,000 miles away, for example, is selling it for $46,000, and our shipping cost will only be $1,000, then it's much better to buy a car from a far away dealership because
yes.
overall cost of purchase is lower as compared to a nearby dealership. So we factor
Correct.
in the shipping cost, we factor in the difference in terms of the additional fees
Mm,
if there is any, all of that, and equate the total acquisition cost for that vehicle. Now,
correct.
once you purchase and once you get the keys, then our second and the final part of the invoice, which is another $500, is raised. And then you pay as
Correct.
per your availability and the time permission. So our
Correct.
total fees end to end, whether you initiate the project and the engagement today, or you initiate the
Mm,
project and engagement in April, will be in two parts. I can't commit
correct.
the fees in the April, whether it will be 1,000 or whether it will be increased, because we also have to factor in the inflation,
You,
the cost
yeah,
of
yeah, yeah.
services,
That
all of
that
that,
that
right?
goes without saying. I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah.
that I
So, but
understand.
currently our fees are $1,000, all
Mm,
inclusive.
mm,
50% as we kick off the engagement, where a dedicated client management team is looped in. We have a
mm,
periodic email threads. Plus, if you feel comfortable, we can create a WhatsApp group also for a quicker communication. Our team
yes.
works from 9 a.m. Eastern to 6 p.m. Eastern every single day, including on ad hoc basis on Saturday and Sunday based upon the client requirement.
Nine
So
to six Eastern time.
Eastern time. Correct.
Mm,
But we are very
mm,
flexible. We have clients out in California as well. So if they require services, let's say they're in the evening for the test drive because they're working or they have a business to take care of,
mm,
our team will coordinate those things. Our team will
correct.
support. Even some of our clients say that they are only available on weekends. So then I have one dedicated team member who will ensure that your requirements are getting fulfilled. Now coming
Got it.
to the offsetting of our fees to the value what you will get. So our objective is two things. One is cost saving. Definitely when you're
Mm,
purchasing through us, you have to like we have to create that level of confidence that you are buying at the lowest possible price in the market. After all the
correct.
negotiation, getting a clean deal, no dealer add-ons, no window tint fee, no security fee, no paint protection plan. This is all kind of, I would say, a fluff.
Addition.
We call it dealership shenanigans, which is like they're just trying to add to increase their profitability, to increase the margins, etc. So we get rid
Yes.
of all of that. So it's a clean quotation, what we always aim for. That is the listing price of the vehicle plus only applicable taxes and fees. That is the step one. And then the step two is like we go below the MSRP price. So let's
Mm,
see where we can go. Like $1,000 less than MSRP, $2,000 less than MSRP. So then we move towards the invoice pricing of the vehicle. And then
mm,
eventually we look at where across all the dealership offers what we have received, which dealership is giving us the best deal, so that you are at least able to have three times of the fees what you have paid as a part of absolute saving. That is our
Correct.
internal benchmark and metrics so that we can show you the financial value of the engagement, number one. And number two is about the convenience. You will not have to deal with the dealership headaches, calling multiple dealership, looking at inventory, looking at 18 plus online platforms, looking at master premium platforms where we have the access and we pay on a monthly
Mm,
basis. Not have to deal with getting a clean quotation in writing, going back and forth with respect to the nuances, reviewing the
mm,
contract and everything. So you are essentially delegating this entire process. So our business folks, like the clients who are running businesses or who are at a corporate level, they always look, if I'm able to save like 50 hours of my effort by delegating this process, and for example, if I'm getting paid $50 an hour, now 50 times 50 is like $2,500 is additional savings you are able to give me without me having to worry whether I have
So
overpaid
it's a
for the
peace of
vehicle at
mind
the end
for
of the
me
day.
essentially,
Yes,
right? Because
correct.
I'm assuming as part of this, you can also look at pre-owned cars or
Yeah,
second-hand cars also,
we do
right?
pre-owned cars, and there is a additional layers of review what we do for pre-owned, because
Mm,
new cars is simple, right? We get the quotation, we compare apple to apple because it's all the brand new cars. In
correct.
pre-owned one, I can share my screen in a few minutes.
Yeah.
That we also look at price versus mile, because
Mm,
it's not necessarily the lowest price car is the best thing, because it might have
mm,
so many miles on it that it has already depreciated way more than what it is advertised for. And in
correct.
pre-owned car, not necessarily the highest price car with the lowest miles is better, because then the dealership is trying to charge the premium, which is
Premium.
not, as an informed buyer, we should not be paying for. So
Correct.
on a mathematical terminology, what we do is we plot all the cars, pre-owned cars, for the
Mm,
same year or for 1 or 2 years in the range, and then we
mm,
do a regression curve analysis.
mm,
So we exactly know at what tipping point is where we are getting the best value. So it's not
mm.
necessarily like the lowest price and the highest mile, or the highest price and the lowest mile. It's somewhere in
Yeah.
between, and it's not
Correct.
industry standard, right? Because it again
Mm,
varies between make and model, and then the trim
yes.
level and the geographic level. So we
Mm,
are doing this data analytics to really identify which particular options we should go for, and then it clearly gives us the evidence. So it's not
mm.
emotionally hooked that I like this dealership. No, no, no. It's
Yeah.
not like that, okay, this dealership gave me a positive response. No, it is based upon the mathematics. And see, when we are shopping on your behalf, when we are negotiating for your behalf, we don't have emotions, correct?
Correct.
So, just between you and I, a fun fact, when I wanted to buy my car last year, I did not do it by myself, even though I'm doing
Mm,
it for the last 4 years. Because as a buyer, sometimes I'll have that emotion. Forget it, man. I'll pay that $1,000 more. I need this car. This was like really good. I need it yesterday. So I
correct.
delegated that entire process to my team, because then I want to save every single dollar and again implement the same thing what we are doing it for the client for my own purchase. So my
Which
team
car did
came
you
back
buy?
to me
End
and
of.
said, Neil boss, you have to buy this one. And I'm like, okay, let's go. Correct.
Okay. Which one did you buy? End up buying finally.
So I have multiple cars, but that was for the Mercedes, which I wanted to buy. Yeah.
Okay. Got it. Got
Okay.
it.
So
So
in that way,
couple of
so the
no, no, I
objective is
understand
this.
that.
Yeah.
Yes. A couple of questions, right? One is, let's say you said that if there is a car 1,000 miles away and you can do the shipping cost estimate and all this, let's say that makes sense. What happens about the service aspect of it? Because I can't go 1,000 miles for a
No,
service. I
so
have to do
when
a
you're
service
buying a
here.
new car, you can get every services done. So any
Hmm.
car you purchase across the US for the first 1 year, all the services comes complimentary,
Hmm.
right? And so
Hmm.
you can take it to the same make dealership, so the same manufacturer dealership, and they will do
Hmm.
it. So it doesn't matter
Okay.
whether you're purchased in California and you are getting the service in New York, or vice
Hmm.
versa.
Hmm.
Correct.
Got it.
Yeah. In the
Understood.
pre-owned ones, you have to be very vigilant, because see, I
Hmm.
as an informed buyer, I always buy a pre-owned cars. I don't go for
Hmm.
a new one. Okay, because I want to
Okay.
be very cost
Value.
sensitive, right? Value for. So in
Hmm.
pre-owned one, we have a lot of checklists. So number one
Hmm.
checklist, what we go for is the Carfax report, is the auto
Hmm.
check report. That is a
Hmm.
standard reports which are out there in the market. The
Hmm.
second value what we look into is the dealership inspection report. It is called a DIR. So what
Okay.
is the dealership findings that there are? But the
Mm.
dealership can be biased, right? Because they want to just do the service and sell it in the market to profit and to make
Correct.
the revenue, right?
Money.
And so apart from dealership inspection report, there is a third thing which we do is called PPI, pre-purchase inspection report. So for
Okay.
example, when I bought my Mercedes, I took it to, even though it was not sold by a Mercedes dealership, I took it
Mm.
to a Mercedes dealership, paid them
Mm.
200 bucks to give me a
Mm.
black and white, a litmus test,
Mm.
whether the car has everything, the checks and balances, like in terms of transmission, in terms of the engine, everything. And then the
Mm.
fourth review, what we go for, and again, this is all optional to the clients, is
Mm.
a third party independent mechanic or a auto
Mm.
repair showroom. So then I
Mm.
identify, apart from Mercedes, there are a lot of large independent mechanics or auto repair places who
Mm.
not only have the experience of I would say fixing Mercedes engines, but they are
Mm.
very well equipped with Audis, Beamers, and all the German made cars. So I want to
Mm.
get one more, like a second opinion or an expert opinion by spending another 200 bucks and get
Mm.
cross confirmation.
So
And
you
once
can
it,
facilitate all those things, right? I
yeah,
don't
we
have to get into.
facilitate all those things. But the
Mm.
fees of the
Okay.
inspection is separate, which you will have to
I
pay
agree.
directly to that provider. But we do this so that
Mm.
before we go and make the final purchase of a pre-owned one, because once we write a
Mm.
check to the dealership, anything happens to the car, dealership will raise their hands unless it is in the
Correct.
warranty phase. All right.
Mm.
So one
Mm.
thing what we can do is like a lot of cars warranty is completing after 3 years or after 4 years. So we go
Mm.
for some cars where 1 year warranty is still left or 18 months warranty is still left. So
Still
even
left.
though we have done all the due diligence, if touch
You
wood, but
still
if
have it.
something happens, we still have warranty as a backup. Another
Correct.
advantage what this inspection allows us or enables us is, let's say if it is a engine or mechanical or transmission issue, we flat out cancel the deal. But if it is something minor wear and tear, or if it is something which is cosmetic, then we have the leverage to negotiate the pricing even further one way,
Mm.
or ask the dealership to fix it.
Mm.
So the future cost, what as a buyer, which was going to come to me, is now I'm
Is all
offloading it to the dealership before I do the transaction.
got
Yeah.
it. Got it.
And we don't do
And
it on all the vehicles. We only do it for the top two, which is like filtered out, multiple reviews are
final.
done, pricing are done. Then only we take those steps. Yeah.
Correct. You can't do it on all. It is not
Correct.
possible.
Yeah.
Then, so as part of the second-hand cars, also you will also look for the certified pre-owned from the dealership vehicles. Also, you will.
Yes. So there are both the options, certified pre-owned and pre-owned as well. So the only
Mm.
difference between certified pre-owned and pre-owned is certified are only sold by the same manufacturer. So let's say an
Mm.
Audi dealership can only sell an Audi certified option. But
Okay.
let's say if an Audi, let's say if it is a Mercedes dealership and someone who is driving Audi comes to the Mercedes dealership, does the trade of Audi and buys
Mm.
the Mercedes, then a Mercedes dealership who is selling Audi cannot certify that vehicle.
Mm.
Then it is called a
Correct.
pre-owned. Yes,
Pre-owned.
correct.
But that can still be a good car. It's not that
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 can
should.
still be a good car. So we have again every individual, including individual clients, as well as we work with small to mid-sized businesses as well on a
Mm.
corporate fleet and corporate fleet management. So they all have their own unique preferences. So we do have
Mm.
certain clients who say, Neil, I don't care. I can pay $3,000 more, but I only want certified pre-owned because I don't want headache. And we're like, okay,
Mm.
we'll do it that way. Someone says,
Mm.
hey, let's kind of play around a little bit and let's also look at some pre-owned, but sold by big dealership, not by any random small mom and pop shop. Then we
Mm.
look it in this way. Some clients come to us and say, I don't want to get into all of that. I don't have time. I just need a brand new car at the lowest negotiated price and they'll get it done. Then we do it that.
Mm. Got it. Got
Yes.
it. And what about the test? Let's say we finalize few cars, then can I like can you help me do a test drive kind of a thing?
Yeah,
Because like Mercedes.
test drive is all included. So any
Mm.
any dealership where we are shortlisting the car, if you like the car
Mm.
theoretically with photos and everything, and if you say, hey, I want to test drive this car, we'll set up an appointment based upon your availability. And we also make sure that when you visit them, they are not like pushing you and forcing you to like do all those sales thing within the
Mm.
dealership. They exactly know that, okay, Mr. Amit is going to come at this given point in time. And the sales executive will only take you out for a spin so that you can evaluate the car both on the city roads as well as on the freeway if it is possible nearby. And then once
Mhm.
you come back, you just hand over and you just walk away. You don't have to discuss any pricing,
In
commercial incentives. And then you just say, hey, connect with the team, connect
mm,
with Sam, which is one of my team member, or connect with
mm,
Eilish, which is another team member of mine, right? And then he
correct.
or she and the other remaining client management team members will individually coordinate, get the pricing, and then share it with you.
Got it. Now, from a interaction, it is going to be with your team members, right?
Correct.
Or you will be also involved as part of the
So
final
I'm
final.
always I'm always looked in into all the WhatsApp groups as well as the email threads, but the
Mm,
direct point of contact will be one of my dedicated team member. But we do
mm,
have an internal daily meetings which happens both in the morning and a quick summary in the at the end of the day. So I'm fully looked
mm,
in. I'm aware about how many clients we
mm,
have, where every client is, what are the requirements we have. Are we in the initial phase, market research phase?
mm,
Are we in the test drive phase, negotiation phase, delivery phase? Post delivery insurance fees, right? Some clients after 2 months will come and say, now I need the best warranty in the market, help me. Someone will say and say, I need the
Sorry,
maintenance
they will ask
package.
what best
Warranty, extended
warranty.
warranty. Okay. Someone
Mm,
will say that I'm paying very high premium, I need a lower premium, but I want to keep all my coverage is the same. So then we have an
insurance.
insurance service business. So it
Mm,
kind of goes. So as an ecosystem, we are making sure that every automotive needs of yours, we are able to cater it in a completely client centric
mm,
way. Correct.
got it.
Just
Got it.
for
So you
example, how
can
you will
compare
hire a
my
lawyer.
current in.
Yeah.
Mm,
Sorry.
you can compare my current insurance and also tell me suggest if the insurance whatever you have,
Correct.
is that better or something you can
Yeah. Yeah.
do that
So our
assessment and.
insurance model is very simple. We have
Mm,
several clients who will share their insurance policy. We work
mm,
with multiple insurance provider. There is no
mm,
fee to kick off. You have to pay.
mm,
We consider your insurance premium, all right,
mm,
and your coverage. And then we
mhm,
shop around, we negotiate the same thing what we do in the car buying
mhm,
business. We do it in the insurance and we get a premium lower while keeping the same coverage. And so
mhm,
let's say your current premium is, for example, $2,000. Now
mm,
our objective would be to bring it to $1,000. The
mm,
moment we are able to bring it to $1,000, that is your annual premium, right? And $1,000 is the saving. So we request
mm,
0.5% of your annual premium saving as a fee,
mm.
just one
So
time.
that is like
That's it.
$250. Okay.
$250. Only once we help you save while making
Mm,
sure that again it's all A plus rated insurance provider. We don't kind of compromise on that. Right. If you are with
mm,
Progressive, then we are looking at Liberty Mutual, Geico, Allstate, State Farm, all of that. So
mm,
coverage is not impacted. Your quality of services are not impacted. Whatever you want as a benefit is still the same, right? And
mm,
we also make sure that if transition is required, that is if you're moving from one insurance provider to another, we also take
mhm.
care of that end to end. If we are able to
So,
negotiate with the same
mm,
insurance provider, then we make sure
mhm,
that the new policy is in effective immediately.
got it. So my current insurance provider, I think it is scheduled for full payment for the next 6 months. Auto pay, it is from 11/20 for the next 6 months. So do you
Yeah, so
recommend me
that
to
is
change it to a monthly? Do you
no, no, no,
recommend me to
not
change it to
required. So
monthly, or
you
let's say in
share
the
us.
middle, if you have to change, they can you can still negotiate that thing that hey
Correct.
for the
Correct. But
next 3 months.
as it is 11:20, so we have
Mm,
about 8 days right now, almost 7 days
mm,
working days. You share your policy. My team will do a
mm,
quick review. It is always
mhm.
better to change the policy when you are about to pay for the next 6 months, because once you
Okay.
have made the payment for the next 6 months, and let's say if we continue with the same provider at lower premium, better, because they will adjust that
Mm,
credit for the next policy
mm,
renewal which will come up. But if you have to
okay.
change the provider, then
Mm,
they have a 1 month waiting before the next
mm,
provider takes it. And then you have
mhm.
to pay for the new policy and then wait for this policy refund to come in.
Okay.
All right. So the thing that's little bit of
Mm.
that financial plus or minus which happens. Everything
Okay.
eventually takes place. Credit debit happens automatically, but this is a process. So rather than you moving into a new policy, we can just have
Mm.
a quick evaluation in the next
Mm.
3 to 4 working days and share you that okay, if you are at a best premium, then what we do is we have a concept called auto insurance monitoring. So our team will keep monitoring your insurance policy till we find
Mm.
additional savings.
Yeah. In that case, I don't have to pay you anything,
Nothing,
right?
nothing.
It's only save when you save.
It's
Okay.
only
Got
when we save. That's it.
it. Mm.
In insurance,
And
we can do that because it's apples to apple comparison. But in the
yeah,
car market, there is nothing apple to apple.
yeah.
Yes.
Agreed. Agreed. And you said your for the car, the fees will be 500 now and 500 after the
Once
car is
you
delivered.
get the car, once you have the keys, once you walk out of the dealership happy, once we request
Mm.
a Google review, once you are comfortable writing a Google review,
Mm.
then only we'll request that. So
Got
we
it.
are
Got it.
always on our toes, on the tip of the mind,
Mm.
top of the no, sorry, top of the mind, tip of the tongue, that we have to cater to you. We have to make sure
Mm.
that we are fulfilling your requirements and moving along the journey. And it's not hard and fast. If you once we start today, and let's say if
Mm.
Thanksgiving break comes, you are away for 1 week, or you don't want to, you have some personal family matters which will pop in. You can say, guys, let's wait, let's pause for 2 weeks, we'll circle back.
Mm.
So you wouldn't believe, but we have clients who engage with us in July, got all the full market research advantage, comparison, everything. So they have full clarity and
Mm.
visibility. And now, when the time is right, they are like, okay, guys, let's go and purchase it.
Okay.
And then there are certain
Cool.
clients who will come and say, hey, in just the next 3 days, get me everything. So the
Mm.
fees remains the same. It is up to the client
Mm.
of what value and how you want to derive out of it. And we
Mm.
our objective is to give you the maximum benefit as a part of the experience what you will receive.
Got it. Got it. So, and you don't have any offers or discounts going on, huh? For Thanksgiving for
So
your fees.
1200 is
I'm just.
our 1200 is our retail fee. We have
Mm.
$200 off as a part of
Mm.
summer fall season. So
Okay.
$1000 is our pricing. And again,
Sure.
it's split into two parts because we want to have a complete responsibility and
Yeah.
accountability that we are able to deliver it. So it's a
Mm.
50-50 partnership the way I've created. You invest
Sure.
50% to initiate and to see what we are derive, what value we are creating,
Value.
because then
Mm.
you are serious about taking the process forward, and then
No,
you
absolutely.
don't have anything as an uptake till you are fully satisfied with our services and the result
Mm.
what you are expecting.
Sure.
And it's not only limited to one make and model. You can come
Mm.
and say that, hey guys, help me compare 5 different make and models. For sure, we'll do
Okay.
it. We have people who are
Cool.
coming. For example, one lady 2 weeks ago came and said, my son is turning 18. I want a car
Mm.
with a panoramic 360 roof and a
Mm.
360 view camera, so that
Mm.
whenever he is parking at malls or at marketplaces, it's much convenient and he doesn't bump into anyone. And my
Mm.
budget is $50,000. Now help me find whatever you have in your equation. So we start
Got it.
from that macro
High
level
level.
and then come to that micro level. Yes. And then there are
Got it.
certain clients who say, I want black on black, I want this, get it done.
Got it. Okay, cool. I think we should start. Let me just, I think we should start that process so that at least the insurance one you can start taking a look because it's
Correct.
in next week, Thursday, it is scheduled for auto pay. So at
Sure.
least by Friday or Monday next week, you can give me a point of view and then we can go from there. That is
Yes,
the
yes,
insurance
absolutely.
part of it. And the car, the vehicle thing again, obviously you will have to do that with pre-owned and new and used car, like pre-owned or used and new car. But you have to do it for both petrol and EV because one of the other thing which I wanted to kind of do this analysis is that from a 3 year perspective, right? Because sometimes I need to account for the gas factor, right? Let's assume it is going to be around $5 per gallon in the Bay Area, right?
Correct.
So from a 3 year perspective, I want to ensure that I am still positive, net positive. Should not be net negative because my wife is saying that no, you should go for a EV car only,
Hmm.
right? My point is, why can't we consider a gas car which is probably 8,000 or 10,000 lesser than EV. And so basically that delta is consumed towards your gas and you can enjoy maybe a luxury vehicle.
A better luxury
Mm.
vehicle.
Better
Your
lux.
point is absolutely correct. So we do have had this request in the past whether I should
Mm.
go for an EV or a gasoline. So we
Mm.
take a 3-year lifespan. We'll understand from you that what number of miles you are expecting to drive in the next 3 year, plus or minus give and
Mm.
take. Then we understand the cost of battery. Let's say when about
Correct.
4 years the replacement time comes to replace that,
Mm.
and the battery cost what that would be, right?
Mm.
And what additional amount what you are paying today to also include the battery from the get go, whether that
Correct.
price difference between a gasoline
Yeah,
and
like
an EV is $8,000, and then
yeah,
how that $8,000, whether you will be spending that $8,000 in the next 3 year, yes or no. So we
correct.
do this progressive milestone based
Yeah.
mathematical
If
calculation and
Yeah,
share it
it's not
with
only
you.
that EV battery cost, it is also like the charging cost, right? For that, let's say $10,000 per year, what will be the approximate charging cost? It could be, you can consider some will be in the fast charging, maybe 20% time in fast charging, 80% at home, in-home charging and all, right?
Correct.
Based on the historical data, what I have, we can
Correct.
always do that. So that I wanted to ensure that, so that way we can do that kind of analysis and
Yes.
then see how we can, right? Because if really I can, because I don't know at this point of time, luxury cars, how much they have price is benefit I will get, right? Whether it is for Mercedes or Beamers or even the Porsche or anything, right? So
Yep.
as long as something, if I can get a good luxury car in that range, because my wife is like, oh, we should probably go for a EV lease of, right? And I like an EV lease means EV again, other than Tesla, I don't know how the other EVs are. And I know the Mercedes also has an EV, but I don't know the quality of that EV, like of Mercedes, right? Is it good or bad? Because I've heard mixed reviews about it, right? Other
Okay.
than Tesla, I really don't know how good are the other EVs, right? So she was like, okay, maybe we should go for lease, and maybe after 3 years we just return it and get a new car and all
Correct.
those things.
And in the lease also we can look at the incentives, right?
Hmm.
Which particular manufacturer is giving us the best leasing offer right now,
Correct.
potentially with less than $1,000 as a down payment and a good
Yeah.
monthly payment where we are able to make sure that it's well within the budget. In leasing
Correct.
also we look at like three major things. One is the cap cost reduction. Sorry for that
Mm,
technical term. One is the
mm,
residual value, and then one is the
yeah.
money factor. So the money
Mm,
factor should be 0.003 or less. That means
mm,
your interest on the lease is less than 4%. You don't
correct.
want to go for a lease where your entire, let's say, $100 lease, only $70 is going towards the principal and $30 is the interest what you're paying back to the manufacturer.
Mm,
That's not a good
mm,
lease to get into. So we
mm,
also factor in these three technical terms or
mm.
mechanical terms and price it and then leverage it to negotiate the
Yeah.
lease
Then they
price with
say
the
this
dealership.
lease to buy ratio and all those kind of
L
things
to
also
B,
are there.
yes,
L to B
absolutely.
and all those things.
So L to B only comes into the play where if you are thinking future line of sight that you are going to definitely buy, but then we have
Mm,
certain cases where the client is saying, I want the monthly lease payment to be the minimum, then
mm,
definitely you cannot go for L to B because your residual value will be super high, beyond
super high.
60%. But if you are
Correct.
thinking, okay, that let me go it in a way where I will have a good probability of buying it or even financing it,
Mm,
and then if I have a positive equity left, then I can trade or sell that car, take that three
mm,
to five thousand dollars as my profit or as my money, and then
mm.
use that as a down payment for the next car purchase.
Correct. Correct.
Yeah. Then
Yeah.
your residual
Mm,
value should be between 50 to 60%. And if
correct.
you are
Correct.
100% sure that in future I just want to buy it outright or will
Mm,
finance the remaining, then your residual value should be between 50 to
mm,
60%.
mm. Correct. And our like thought is more about that, why don't you like every 2 3 years maybe change and drive new cars or new brands basically,
Correct.
right? So that you can kind of get an experience of new, because as of now we haven't felt the need of having two cars, to be honest, right? So when it is one car, why to get stuck to a one car forever? and after 3 years, basically change and get to a new car, and so you get to experience a new car also. Plus,
Absolutely.
any maintenance and repair costs generally will kick in after 3 years or 5 years time generally, right? So
Yeah,
you don't get into those kind of hassles and all those things.
that is correct. That is
Right?
correct. And we just have to
Mm,
keep in mind in lease there is one tricky component is the
mm,
miles, what we sign in the
correct,
contract. So whether
correct,
we are
correct.
going for 10,000 miles, 12,000 miles, and 15,000 miles per year, and how that
Yeah,
36 or 36, 39-month lease would look like. And
yeah, 36 to 39.
what will be the fee for an additional mile. So typically a
Correct.
dealership will start at about, if it is a premium car, then they will say it's 60 cents or 50 cents per mile.
Mm,
So we
correct.
also focus on your cost saving till that micro level, till that
Fine.
granular level,
Yes,
where we'll also
correct,
negotiate the additional miles beyond that lease contract. So we try to
correct.
bring it down to 30 cents, 20 cents. We are sure
Mm.
that we might not exceed that, but at least let's
But just
lock
in
it
case.
down on the paper today.
Yes,
So
yes, yes.
let's say
Because my
if
current one is like term length is 36 months, 10,000 miles. Lease maturity is April 26.
26, okay,
Right? So April 26, 2026. 26th April
2026.
2026.
Okay,
Okay. So that is what another. If I consider from now, then pretty much 6 months, November, December,
yeah,
right? Yeah. Because another thing which if we can figure out again, we'll have to see because in December, actually, I'll be pretty much out for a month, mid December to 13th December to 10th January, almost, right? So either we have to figure out how we can like because if I get into January, then obviously I'll not get those offers, right? Or we
yeah.
have to make sure all the paperwork and everything is done, but I try take the delivery in January if that is a possibility or something. Again, I don't know.
No, the
Uh,
dealerships don't do that. The
yeah,
maximum
because they.
allowance that they have is 5 working days post signing the contract. Otherwise,
Mm,
if you want to keep it at the dealership, they charge a rental fee for that
mm.
space on an everyday basis.
Which will be very high. So
It's just like airport, you know. You pay and
exactly.
park.
Because they are
Yes,
paying interest on those land, right? So they need
yes,
to make money on that, right? That's
correct,
why they want to kind of clear their old vehicles also, right?
correct.
And I don't know, somewhere I was reading yesterday that there are like 2024 models also, new models are also there are like inventories available over like across the US, and that's why there is a
It's
market
very rare
dump
to
in that.
find. Very, very
Very
rare to
rare.
find. Yeah.
Mm.
And I would request to stay away from that because something would be that fishy. That means it's not even sold beyond 12 months of the manufacturing date.
Mm.
Hmm.
Got.
Yeah.
And when you are looking at these cars from with the dealer, because today one of the Mercedes dealer called me, right? I mean, because I had put in I was looking at some other website where for some report I had put in my ID, so it kind of went there. They called me.
Okay.
They have a loaner car also, right? Which is
Lunar.
gone like
Lunar. Yep.
2,000 miles, and he was saying, oh, it's available for some 40 or 45,000. So you also look into those options also, loaner car, if that is a
Yes, loaner cars
good
are, if
option.
are available, then we look into that. But we consider loaner car. Of course, you will be the first registered owner on that vehicle. But it is
Mm-hmm.
important for us to do a DD, which is due diligence, get that inspection done, because loaner
Mm-hmm.
cars are usually driven by multiple people. So
Correct.
a dealership manager or a director will take it out for a week. Then
Mm-hmm.
let's say an existing Mercedes uh, customer, when they come
Mm-hmm.
for a service, and if the service would require more than 2 working days, then they give this car for them as an exchange, right? So
Mm-hmm.
loaners are used by multiple drivers. Consider it as a rental car,
Mm-hmm.
okay,
Correct.
but for a very limited time, and loaner has some cap that they have to give it to as a first registered user or a customer before it hits 3,000 miles.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
So, but they are generally okay. They should not be
No, they
generally
are completely
look.
okay. We have had many clients who have bought loaner and touchwood till today they had no complaints.
Yeah, because it will be value for money wise. I think it might be little better.
Yes,
I'm
yes,
guessing.
and loaner cars are much more better managed compared to rental cars. Rental
Yes.
cars are left and right, right? No one is looking how it was driven, all of that. But in loaner, the moment it comes back to the dealership, it goes through a full review and check before it
Mm-hmm.
goes back to the manager or before it goes back to the next customer.
Okay. got it. So cool. So what would be the process to start then? Next steps.
Yes. So, two requests from your side. Number one is if you can share your insurance policy, just post our
Ah,
call to make it very simple. What I'll do is
yes,
I'll create a WhatsApp group. I think we
yes.
have the WhatsApp group, right? Or we don't?
No, 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 no,
Okay.
no.
Okay. Okay. We were communicating over the email. So, Soumya, are you
Yes.
there on the call?
I'm trying to
Yeah, yeah. My
find the
team member, she is there on the call. So she
policy
will just
documents.
create a WhatsApp group right away. And then
Mm-hmm,
you can share the policy in that. And second, as a kickoff engagement, it is very simple. Either if you
mm-hmm.
want, my team would raise an invoice on the email which you have shared with us. It will be a
Yeah.
PayPal invoice. You can pay through PayPal, credit, debit card. Everything
Credit
is
card is there option. Okay.
credit card is there. That's good. And then once you make a payment, we'll send you a welcome email and an
Mm-hmm.
engagement of how the process would look like. And of course, it's dynamic and personalized based upon everything. And then all the
Okay.
point of contacts and the email so that you know how many people would be in communication
Mm.
and in connection with. And we always have redundancy. Let's say if one of my team member is going on a 2 day leave, the other team members who are marked in the email, who are marked in the WhatsApp, they are fully aware about where we are with respect to Mr. Amit's process. So they will be able
Got it.
to drive the process forward.
Yeah. Okay, got it. So if we start the process from today, then pretty much we have like 1 month and 2 days or 1 month and 1 day because on 13th December I am leaving
Okay,
from California and I will only be back on 10th of January, right?
correct.
Which means we'll have to pretty much finalize everything by that time. I have
Yes.
to figure out the parking part of it. How do I do two-car parking? But we will deal with that later, right?
Yes.
Or if it makes sense to you, pay off my car lease for the other one and just get it done with it, then maybe we can look at that option. So you just do all the analysis and kind
So
of.
we always look at the early termination of an existing lease
Mhm,
because that is always an option. Some
mhm,
because dealerships are always looking for any vehicle that they can get back from their existing customer before that 36 months because they will have another set of buyers who would be
mhm.
interested to buy only a one owner leased vehicle because it's a good
Yes,
one, right? And so
correct.
they can kind of get less payment from you as a current customer and then price it
Mm.
little bit premium compared to the other vehicles which are out there in the
Or
market.
you can do that negotiation with, but
So
it is a Tesla.
we will have to review your Tesla contract because
Mm,
once you sign that legal contract, it's black and white. Nothing changes.
yeah,
We just have to push and pull with the Tesla team. Sometimes the
mm,
manager is very practical and sensible. They do it. Sometimes they
mm.
say, we follow the rules. So you come back in April. So it's case by case basis. I can't promise
Or
anything.
you come back
Yes.
in April, or if you terminate, you just pay the rest 4 months fee, something
No,
like
if
that.
you want to pay for the 4 months, they are happy to take it. But what we try to do is we will not pay for 4 months. You just take it right now.
Ah,
And that's the most ideal case, right?
correct, correct.
But sometimes they don't agree to that. Or sometimes the
Mm.
manager would say, just pay for 1 month, I'll waive off the
Yeah,
3 months.
yeah.
Yeah. So
Ah, so correct.
correct.
You
So
you
our
can you
objective
can
would
do
be
all
to
one.
go with that first. If it's not
Mm,
working, then by default we have that as an option that okay, anyways, we will pay off 4 months, which will help you not to pay insurance on the Tesla, which will also help you create that parking space what you're looking for. And then you will
yes.
not have to have like two cars management while you are away for about a month.
Yeah. Okay. So you let's create that. You send me that raise that invoice. Send it to me so that I'll make the payment through my credit card
Yeah,
and create. Let's create that WhatsApp group. Let me start finding the document policy, the documents and everything so that I can then yeah.
sure,
Yeah, because I
sure.
can see the document in request for additional auto insurance. Why do I? Yeah, I don't see the full end-to-end policy document. That's what I'm trying to find out. We'll see. We'll
Sure.
deal with that.
Yeah, yeah. If you can share end-to-end policy, that's better. If not, send the screenshot. We have a quick questionnaire. The team will just request that information if it is not in that screenshot to make sure that we
No,
have a full visibility of
there has
what
to be somewhere. It has to be there. Somewhere it should be there, right?
somewhere it should be there. By default, we request a PDF document because it
Yeah, yeah,
covers all the necessary information so that we
yeah.
don't have to keep bugging you for each and every micro information.
Yeah, 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 yeah. No,
Yes.
no, we will do that because I think the guy gave me the document. He may have emailed me that document or something. We'll figure it out.
Okay. Okay. Noted.
Where auto deductive. I think he did some analysis and all those things, and he had sent me. We will see. We will figure that all those things out then.
Sure.
Okay.
Okay. And
Clear.
Amit, just again as a very
Yeah.
very transparent way, we'll do all the efforts for the entire mid month of November, and
Yeah.
then you evaluate. If you feel okay, guys, I think that I want to wait till the month of April to do this. We are completely open. So
Okay.
once you engage with us, once you make that payment, you are not confined that you have to buy it before December 10th. Just
Yeah.
wanted to let
Got
it
it.
out there. We'll make all the
Uh-huh.
efforts. We'll do negotiation. We'll give you all the pricing. We'll give you all the discounts. We'll get you all the comparisons. But
Yeah.
ultimate call is yours. And we are completely
Got it.
flexible. Unlike those salespeople
Yeah.
who will say, sir, please take it today.
Ah, many here. That is why I need your guidance. Saying that I mean, based on all the analysis and everything, you have to help me decide. Because the reason I'm reaching out to you is because what I'm hearing is this is the right time to buy in
Correct.
November,
Correct.
December, right? And why not make that benefit and make that switch now so that then every 3 years, if I even if I go for a lease, then even if it is
Then
every
it's
three
it's
years
the
I get.
year end benefit you are getting by default every year rather than structuring again in April. So that's a very good
Correct.
I would say objective and a line of sight which you have shared. Based upon the
Yeah.
findings and based upon the pricing, what we'll start getting on the vehicles which will shortlist, we will get
Mm.
on a call before you make that final purchase, and then
Yeah.
we'll do a quick huddle, and then we'll take
Correct.
that action.
We'll have to start putting the process together and see how in another 2 to 3 weeks we can make a decision because after that we have to move fast, right?
Yeah, yeah,
If
absolutely, absolutely. We'll move
because we got
fast.
pretty much like a month.
Yes, and we have something called a client requirement form. So
Mm.
one of my team member will connect with you, and he or
Mm.
she will coordinate to fill out this form. I'll just give you a quick reference while we are on the call. Let me
Mhm.
just do that. Okay. All right. So this is a client requirement form where your email, your which vehicle you are looking to purchase, right? By when do you need it? So we'll choose within a month,
Mm.
year, the make, the model, the trim level, and you can provide between Porsches and Mercedes. You can give both of them, and if it is
Yeah,
open, then
and
you can just say that it's EV only. Then the
yeah.
drivetrain, the color preferences, which is also critical because we want to
Mm.
find something which is as per your preference. What are the must-haves you are looking for, must-not-haves, your zip code,
Mm.
and then the search radius. What is kind of your budget? So you can say my monthly lease budget can be this, or the total budget is this. So we'll then click
Mm.
on lease. What are the mode of
It could be
purchase?
lease or finance because I'm open for both lease and
Both.
finance,
Okay.
right?
Yeah,
Depending on
finance also
whether it
we can
is
do that.
lease. And
Correct.
obviously, I mean, yeah, for me, it is about from a overall optimization perspective so that I get the best bang for the buck, less down payment, less monthly lease or monthly like payment, preferably possibly a branded car, right? We can look at to the next level, which will be Toyotas and Toyotas or the Lexuses of the world. We can always look at it if the Mercedes and BMWs are really not affordable in that kind of a range, right? Because currently I'm
Correct.
paying 485, $500. If I can stick to that, or if a Mercedes can come lesser than that, why not?
Yes, that we'll have to evaluate and see which particular EV kind of get into that equation. And
EV or
again,
whatever it is, yeah, right. I mean,
yes,
correct. EV
and
though, well, if we are like EV, if we have to go, then she's like, okay, let's go for a Model Y. It is as simple. Because we want to do an SUV, we don't want to do a sedan this time.
okay, okay. Then in Mercedes we'll have to look whether the GLC, GLE, and GLS definitely it's a large crossover SUV. But
GLS, because we are just two of us.
yes, yes. So then
Tomorrow,
maybe
tomorrow also.
GLC would
Mm,
be a good fit. It's a nice one,
yeah.
and it's
Mm,
not too big, it's not too small. GLA I can recommend, but it's little bit quite compact. So
okay.
GLC would be a good GLC 300 will be a good way to go
Good.
about. And then you
Yeah.
can have some of the family members also when they are visiting, you can take them. And
Yeah.
for
And GLE is a little more what?
it's bigger.
More.
So it's
GLE is also a five-seater, right?
yeah, five-seater only. It's
Mm,
about the cubic feet which is within the vehicle. of how it
Mm.
changes. So GLA is the smallest SUV, or I would say a crossover SUV, coming from the sedan to an SUV concept. Then comes to the
Mm-hmm.
GLC, then comes GLE, and then followed
Mm.
by GLS.
But
Yeah.
GLE, because even though GLE is also like a GLE is more little more spacious
You get a more trunk space, essentially.
trunk space. Okay. Okay.
Yes, yes, yes. And then the space between the passenger, like the driver's seat and then the passenger seat, you have a little bit more leg room. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But
So
I think that will probably
all
work.
four
Mm.
are five-seater only. In
Mm-hmm.
GLS only, you get an option to have the third row.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah. Okay. No worries. Yeah. So let us look at that those options. Let us start the process then
Sure.
quickly because
Sure.
I think the first thing is the insurance we have to figure out in the next 2, 3 days or 4 days, whatever you guys have to look at.
Yeah, we will initiate right away. Allow me the next 15 to 20 minutes to do a quick email introduction, a quick WhatsApp group, and then let the
Yes.
team start. Don't worry about the
Yes.
invoice. I'll send it to you in about the next hour or so, and then you can pay per
Yeah.
your availability.
Yeah, you send it to me because for the like in 12 I have a meeting, 12:30 I have a meeting. So in between I will start in the once you have the WhatsApp group, I can start sending it over there, all the
Yes,
things.
yes, yes, yes. Okay. We'll keep that
Mm.
WhatsApp group for both insurance as well as the car collectively, and then I'll add the appropriate team members accordingly.
Yes, yes, let's do that.
Okay. Thank you.
Mm.
Thank you so much, Amit, for
Thank
being
you.
on the call.
Thanks,
We
Neil.
look forward to
This
serving
was
you. Welcome aboard.
absolutely, absolutely
Okay.
looking forward.
Yeah.
Thank
Take
you.
care.
Bye.
Bye bye.
Take care. Bye.